As summer begins to wind down, the August release calendar doesn't seem to be slowing up. Instead, it's looking pretty stacked with a mix of long-awaited sequels, offbeat indies, and high-profile remakes all vying for a spot on your wish list. So, I guess it depends whether you're chasing closure on a decades-old project or curious about a forgotten handheld reboot finally getting its due. There's probably something worth waiting for on this list. So, let's get into it. Developer CyberConnect 2 returns to the world of Demon Slayer with a sequel that doubles down on cinematic combat and anime authenticity. Covering the Entertainment District, Swordsmith Village, and Hashira training arcs, this new entry lets fans relive some of the series' most intense story beats with a commendable playable cast of over 40 fighters, including all 9 Hashira. The new dual ultimate mechanics and customizable gear deepen the battle system, offering more flexibility in how fights play out both online and offline. The campaign, though, doesn't really reinvent the wheel. However, it adds variety through light exploration, side missions, and minigames to keep up the overall pacing. The story beats might feel familiar for anime viewers, but the thrill of stepping into these fights firsthand still lands. While there are some areas where more ambition would have gone a long way, such as branching paths or original what-if scenarios, this game still delivers a satisfying extension of the Demon Slayer experience that should resonate with fans looking to sharpen their blades one more time. Konami digs into the arcade archives with Gradius Origins, a collection of entries from this legendary shoot-'em-up series. This anthology gathers 18 versions across 7 arcade titles, including multiple regional variants, along with the home debut of the elusive Gradius 3 AM show version. Pushing even further into the collection, from Salamander 3 to the classic Life Force and Vulcan Venture, this collection offers a time capsule of horizontal scrolling action that defined an era. New quality of life options like save states, rewind, invincibility mode, and the flexible training mode does make these games a little more approachable for new players. Still, for long-time fans, the package is bolstered by an extensive gallery, a music player, and plenty of behind-the-scenes content that honors the series' legacy. It's a compelling reminder of why Gradius continues to hold a place in arcade history, and we're definitely looking forward to it. Echoes of the End introduces a ground fantasy tale through a cinematic third-person adventure that leans heavily on character-driven storytelling. During gameplay, players take on the role of Rhine, a powerful vestige wielding an unstoppable magic, as she sets out to rescue her brother from a brutal empire. So alongside her traveling companion, Rhine uncovers a conspiracy threatening the fragile balance of their world. The game emphasizes exploration, sword-based combat, and puzzle solving, all set against a backdrop inspired by Icelandic landscapes. Further, the game's world design aims to immerse players in a richly detailed environment. As Rain gains strength, her magical abilities evolve to solve puzzles, manipulate gravity, and create illusions. Combat benefits from a fluid combination of swordplay and magic, with cooperative mechanics adding depth through companion interactions. Echoes of the End appears to offer a tightly designed blend of action, traversal, and atmosphere built to carry its emotional narrative forward. Set in post-war Japan during its rapid economic rise, Iwakura Aria follows Ichiko, a young woman with nowhere left to turn who takes a job as a maid in a mysterious household. As she settles into life at the Iwakura mansion, she becomes entangled in the life of Aria, the heir of the estate, and the hidden world that exists within its walls. With themes of identity, agency, and self-discovery, the story then delves into the emotional burdens these women carry while exploring the surreal boundaries of their reality. The visual novel features painterly illustrations and layered scenes that give each room and moment a sense of lived-in eeriness. Players guide Ichiko through her exploration of the mansion using map-based navigation, hand-drawn notes, and interactive clues to unravel secrets. With 9 endings and a branching narrative that extends decades beyond the main events, Iwakura Aria manages to weave suspense and intimacy into a quietly haunting summer in 1966. Originally shelved in the early 2000s, Shantae Advanced Risky Revolution has finally been revived and rebuilt for modern platforms. This long-lost sequel picks up with the belly-dancing half-genie Shantae in a brand new 2D adventure featuring tectonic trinkery. Risky Boots is also back with a new scheme to literally rotate the land's geography for her own gain. During gameplay, players will use the new layer shifting mechanic to manipulate stage layouts by flipping between foreground and background paths, uncovering hidden routes and solving puzzles. Further, 6 classic creature transformations return, and the game keeps its focus on exploration-heavy platforming with familiar characters like Roddy Tops and Sky making appearances. Beyond the campaign, a new 4-player versus mode adds some multiplayer flair for players to battle it out post-campaign. It's honestly an unexpected revival that captures the charm of early Shantae titles while introducing a few unique features of its own. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater brings the iconic 2004 stealth action game into the modern era with a full Unreal Engine 5 remake. Retaining the original's Cold War era narrative and performances, this updated version adds improved visuals, updated character models, and environmental designs that give the Soviet jungle setting renewed depth and atmosphere. Snake's mission here is to eliminate his former mentor, the boss, and thwart the GRU's conspiracies that play out with all new detail and immersion. Damage modeling, updated facial animations, and new lighting systems enhance the moment-to-moment tension, while players can choose between modern or classic control schemes. In addition to the story campaign, Konami is packing its bonus content with a returning Snake vs. Monkey mode, along with a new multiplayer mode called Fox Hunt. There's even a return of the secret theater clips, now with newly added scenes. For longtime fans or first-time operatives, this remake stands to reintroduce some of the series' high points with care and clarity. Hopefully, that is. Varlet blends school life drama with psychological tension in a stylized RPG that asks players to explore identity, relationships, and personal transformation. As a new transfer student, your protagonist discovers an eerie alternative world hiding under the school grounds. Some students have been replaced by monsters, and reality begins to fracture as the story unfolds. Gameplay mixes timeline-based turn combat with stat-driven dialogue options. The Student Support Services, or SSS, with no relation to the Trails series, mechanic lets you build bonds with classmates by solving their personal issues and spending time together, though juggling multiple relationships could come with some consequences. In this game, Triad stats track your moral alignment across light and dark traits, influencing combat and story outcomes. Varlet promises an emotionally charged mystery grounded in surreal world-building and complex interpersonal dynamics. After nearly a decade in development, Lost Soul Aside finally arrives with a fusion of high-speed action and cinematic storytelling. Also, not to brag, in 2016 I was the first Western media person to interview the developer of Lost Soul Aside at GDC. That's before all these normies jumped on board with me, but hey, you know what? That's my job, to bring awareness of these games, and I was right on the money with this one, so let's continue. The game has evolved over the years from a boss rush action game into a full-scale action RPG under the direction of Ulti-Zero Games, with support from Sony China Hero Project. During gameplay, players step into the role of Kazur, a rebel soldier with a mission to rescue his sister after a mysterious meteor storm brings devastating consequences. Kazur's journey leads him across ruined worlds and shifting dimension in pursuit of the Void Dract, overworldly invaders bent on soul consumption. Combat is designed to be fast and stylish, with players chaining together flashy weapon swapping combos, parrying attacks, and summoning dragon-like powers through the entity known as Arena. Character progression allows for skill customization, weapon upgrades, and special combat systems like Fusion Merge and Burst Pursuit. This long-awaited release mixes heartfelt drama with razor-sharp action, offering a visually striking adventure for players who want speed, spectacle, and story all at once. Shinobi Art of Vengeance revives the legendary ninja series with a new 2D action platformer developed by the team behind Streets of Rage 4. Featuring a hand-drawn art style and modernized gameplay, players once again take up the mantle of Joe Musashi after his clan is turned to stone and his village is left in ruins. Armed with the katana, oborozuki, kunai, and mystical arts, Musashi embarks on a path of revenge to stop an unknown evil. During gameplay, players can chain together seamless combos using a fluid combat system and power up through amulets and hidden tools known as ninjai. Stages are layered with combat encounters, environmental puzzles, and secret paths, each rendered with bold and expressive visuals. Across its varied level design, Shinobi Art of Vengeance blends fast action with nostalgic energy in a reboot that looks to strike a balance between legacy and innovation. Super Robot Wars Y returns with another massive tactical RPG crossover packed with mecha anime icons. This time, Bandai Namco introduces the new Assist Link system, letting sidekick characters provide support in combat that enhance mission strategy. Grid-based battles remain the backbone of this game, allowing players to strategically place units, use flashy attacks, and navigate upgrades in traditional SRW fashion. Super Robot War Y's roster blends classic and modern series, including entries like Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, Code Geass, and SSSS. each unit bringing its own combat animations, voice work, and music, creating a spectacle that rewards series fans and tactical RPG players alike. So as long as you like mechs and SRPGs, I'm sure you're gonna love Super Robot Wars Y. So as you can see, August isn't holding anything back between long-delayed passion projects, genre veterans stepping back into the spotlight, and inventive indie entries doing their own thing. This month's lineup has a lot to offer, and more than I initially expected. So what are you looking to add to your wish list? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for hanging out.